Hello, project managers and team members. Today, we're exploring the distinctions between Scrum and traditional project management. Both are methodologies used to manage and execute projects, but they have different approaches, principles, and processes. Understanding these differences can help you choose the right methodology for your projects and improve your team's efficiency and outcomes. Let's dive into the key differences between Scrum and traditional project management. 1. Overview of Scrum. Scrum is an agile framework used primarily in software development, but it's also applicable to various other fields. It's a methodology that emphasizes iterative progress, collaboration, and flexibility. Scrum is based on short, time-boxed iterations called sprints, usually lasting 2 to 4 weeks. The goal is to deliver small, incremental improvements to a product, allowing teams to adapt quickly to changes and feedback. Key roles in Scrum. Product owner. Responsible for defining the product backlog, setting priorities, and ensuring the team delivers value. Scrum Master. Facilitates the Scrum process, removes obstacles, and helps the team adhere to Scrum principles. Development team. A cross-functional group responsible for delivering the product increment at the end of each sprint. Artifacts and events in Scrum. Product backlog. A prioritized list of features, enhancements, bug fixes, and other tasks needed to deliver a product. Sprint backlog. A subset of the product backlog selected for a specific sprint. Sprint. A fixed-length iteration during which the team works on tasks from the sprint backlog. Daily Scrum. A short, daily meeting where team members discuss progress and any impediments. Sprint review. A meeting at the end of a sprint to review the work completed and gather feedback. Sprint retrospective. A meeting for the team to reflect on the sprint and identify improvements for the next one. 2. Overview of traditional project management. Traditional project management, often associated with frameworks like waterfall, follows a more linear and sequential approach. It involves a detailed upfront planning phase, where project scope, timelines, and resources are defined. The project progresses through defined stages, such as initiation, planning, execution, monitoring and controlling, and closure. This approach is commonly used in industries where changes are costly or highly regulated, such as construction or manufacturing. Key roles in traditional project management. Project manager. The central figure responsible for planning, executing, and closing the project. They manage the project team, resources, budget, and timeline. Project team. The group of individuals who work on various tasks and deliverables under the guidance of the project manager. Stakeholders. Individuals or groups affected by the project, including clients, sponsors, and end users. Phases in traditional project management. Initiation. Defining the project scope, objectives, and feasibility. Planning. Developing detailed plans for scope, schedule, cost, quality, communication, risk, and procurement. Execution. Implementing the project plan and completing the work defined in the project scope. Monitoring and controlling. Tracking project performance and making necessary adjustments to stay on track. Closure. Finalizing all activities, closing contracts, and handing over deliverables. 3. Key differences between Scrum and traditional project management. Approach and philosophy. Scrum emphasizes adaptability, flexibility, and customer collaboration. It values responding to change over following a plan and delivering incremental value through continuous feedback. Traditional project management focuses on a structured, planned approach with an emphasis on delivering a complete product within defined constraints. It values thorough documentation and adherence to the initial plan. Project structure. Scrum. Projects are divided into small, manageable increments called sprints. Each sprint results in a potentially shippable product increment. Traditional project management. Projects follow a linear sequence of phases, with each phase often needing to be completed before the next begins. Role of the team. Scrum The team is self-organizing and cross-functional, with a high level of autonomy. The Scrum Master facilitates rather than directs the team. Traditional project management. The project manager has a central role in decision-making and directing the team. The team members have defined roles and responsibilities. Documentation and planning. Scrum prefers lightweight, flexible documentation that can evolve with the project. Planning is done in smaller increments, sprints, and can change based on feedback and progress. Traditional project management involves extensive upfront planning and detailed documentation. Changes can be challenging to implement once the project is underway. Flexibility and change management. Scrum highly flexible and responsive to change. Changes can be incorporated at the end of each sprint based on stakeholder feedback. Traditional project management. Changes are typically managed through a formal change control process, which can be slow and costly. Measurement of progress. Scrum. Progress is measured by the delivery of functional product increments. Success is determined by the value delivered to the customer. Traditional project management. Progress is measured against the project plan, including scope, schedule, and budget. Success is often determined by adherence to these parameters. 4. When to use Scrum versus traditional project management. Scrum is best suited for projects with high uncertainty, where requirements may evolve and flexibility is needed. It's ideal for environments that encourage innovation and iterative development, such as software development, marketing campaigns, and research projects. Traditional project management is appropriate for projects with well-defined requirements, where changes are minimal or costly. It's commonly used in industries like construction, manufacturing, and large infrastructure projects, where predictability and thorough planning are crucial. In conclusion, both Scrum and traditional project management have their strengths and are suited to different types of projects and industries. Understanding the key differences and when to apply each approach can help you manage projects more effectively, deliver better outcomes, and meet stakeholder expectations. Thank you for joining me in exploring these methodologies. Whether you choose Scrum, traditional project management, or a hybrid approach, the key is to select the one that best fits your project's needs and goals. See you next time.